Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We thank you for tuning in to another fresh episode of the Burning Coals podcast. We're going to do something a little different now because we're going to wait until Gentleman Jamal, EQ, and B Dub to get on the set. So while you guys are here with me for these first few minutes, the pre-show before the show, again, I want to say thank you guys for tuning in as well. All right, but we're going to do something different today. Okay, now I tried it last week. So for some reason, you guys were able to hear what I had to say, but you could not hear the music. So we call this special segment, we call it the Salt and Pepper Lounge. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. Just let that marinate just a little bit. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Salt and Pepper Lounge. I'm trying to set the mood straight here, G-Man, before we get started on the show. So, ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name of the wonderful Mr. Know It All Reactions. Give it up. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And then we have our guy here, the one and only, the talented Mr. Gentleman Jamal. Yes, indeed. So here at the Salt and Pepper Lounge.
Salt and Pepper Lounge.
This is what we do. We try to set the mood right. We try to get you guys started out on a good Tuesday positive note. All right. So let your spirits, let your minds be free and your soul be at ease with the peppermint and the Salt and Pepper Lounge. But before we get started, I wanted to tell you guys what we got on the special for today. And Walter in the back. Make sure our patrons is taken care of back there in the back. So what we got today we got the finest wines. We have two wines of your choice. We got the Cheval Blanc, the 47, and we also have Ponte Nat. That's the Bordeaux blend.
Ray's boom room looking at.
And then for the main menu, we have the chicken with Marcella risotto. And for dessert, we're going to drop you guys off with something very, very, very special. One of my special blends I would recommend the whole time while you're enjoying the show. Strawberries are not. Strawberries are not. The best strawberries, the fanciest strawberries that money can buy. And you're going to get it right here at the Salt and Pepper Lounge. Thank you.
Here's another idea that's going to be very controversial.
So before we get started today, you guys, ladies and gentlemen, we do have some wonderful topics that we're going to discuss today. And when Bougie Weirdo get here, myself and Gentleman Jamal, we're going to set this whole thing off. And we got some great content for you guys today, all right? But again, before we get started, y'all make sure that you hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and enjoy some of these sweet melodies and lay with your guys, all right? G-Man, what's up, man? I had to set the mode straight a little bit there, man.
Yeah, you set something up.
Yeah, man, had to put it out there, man. So I'm gonna have to do a little segment, man, to get the juices flowing here, because your boy started his acting thing that was Sunday. So I started my acting career. Just a little, I got a little scene that I'm doing inside this movie. This movie is called Ballistics 2. So it'll be out on Tubi somewhere right around October, November. So so I'm still got the acting juices going on, man. So it's just been, I had to
I cannot wait. Roasting season.
Man, listen, G-Man, but you know what though, man? With doing these, with coming on to the podcast and speaking out on the podcast, with our thoughts and opinions and going on certain topics and coming on every Tuesday, I'm telling you, man, acting, if you can do this, podcast and speak your mind and your thoughts or whatever, you got the cameras at you and things like that or whatever, man, it can definitely make the transition over into acting. It can make it just a little bit, not as stressful, or you don't feel like a lot of pressure on you, whatever, because just being in front of the cameras, man, because it's a thing of beauty. It's totally different. But the nerves were there in the beginning, but then to be honest with you, like after I started seeing my lines and do my role and everything like that, man, I started looking at all the cameras. I'm like, man, this reminds me of the podcast that we do. It wasn't that
Yep.
big of a deal. Huh?
Yep, he dead.
Yeah. So you guys got to check out the Ballistics 2 movie when it come out. It's gonna be on Tubi, and they were telling me it's gonna probably be out like right around October, November. We're supposed to be doing like a premiere party as well right around that time for the launching of the show, the launching of the movie. And it's pretty cool, man. I enjoyed it a whole lot. I enjoyed the experience. I enjoyed just being behind the cameras and seeing just I have like a new profound respect for a lot of actors with us, man, because that is that's something that's if they never done it like I haven't never done that before, but it's something that's totally different, and I got a lot of respect for them, and it's a different experience on that end. So, but yeah, you guys got to check it out. So it'll be on Tubi. What's up, G man?
Yep, he dead. That's one cameo line.
That's my one cameo line, huh? No. Mm-hmm. So G man, you know what I want to talk about first before we get B-Dub to come in?
What up?
Let's talk about this Shaunie Oneal. So Shaunie Oneal, I don't know if you know about it, but she had came out and said that, look, I never loved Shaquille O'Neal when we were married. And yeah, man, when she came out with this, a lot of people was like, they was just like, saying that Shaunie Oneal was wrong for what she said. They said that some people kind of side with her, said, that's cool, whatever, but what's your thoughts about that, for her to come out openly and say that, knowing that she got kids with Shaq, what's your thoughts about it, G man?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think it was a memoir that she's writing, or she's revealing all this in.
I heard that.
And I mean, it's her truth,
Right.
I mean, when you talk about people who meet athletes, especially after they're already big, who's to say that she's not lying? A lot of people want to, like, oh my gosh, she said this, she said that. Well, maybe it's true. Okay, she was maybe she never loved him. She loved access. She loved the money, the resources that came with it. She may just be telling the truth. I mean, I know it sounds horrible, right?
Yeah, it does.
Why would a person say such a thing? But is it true? Right? She's telling the truth, maybe. I mean, only she would know whether she really loved the man or not. The public don't know whether she loved the man or not. Now, another question could be made: why even bring it up? Why say that? Your kids were watching, and I did listen to Club Shay Nightcap, and I heard them discuss it, and I heard Shannon saying, like, your kids have to see that you never, you probably never loved your dad. I mean, okay, she mentioned that he was already Shaq. He was already a superstar basketball athlete, right?
Yeah.
And like we talked about, either Jay-Z or some of these other people, Shaq wouldn't get the access to the women he do if he wasn't Shaq, if he didn't have hundreds of millions of dollars and the things that he had. So if she says, hey, I never loved the guy, I mean, who am I to say that she did or didn't?
Right. But the problem is with this though, G man, like a lot of these women that's with these athletes, they are getting hit and tagged with, you just with the athlete because he got money, he got access and resources and money, and then they go out and have a lot of these kids with these athletes, and then they get they get in deep with them and have kids by them, and now these guys are supporting these women. Remember we did a show about Joe Johnson. Remember his wife fiance, whatever. When she met Joe Johnson still had a whole lot of money coming in. But then when his funds started drying up, now she's doing a fans only, and she's talking bad about Joe, and she's talking about, all over social media, saying there's a lifestyle she's accustomed to, and Joe ain't this and Joe ain't that or whatever. But a lot of these women are getting a bad rap because they dealing with a lot of these athletes just for the athletes of what they can, how they can, be, fund their life, where they look at these athletes as a meal ticket. And when she comes off and say some of the stuff like that or whatever, the way people feel about athletes and a lot of these, women and things like that, whatever, they say, man, these guys are being poached and being, voted by these gold diggers. You see what I'm saying? They call these women gold diggers big time. So but we've been saying it all along or whatever. You remember that the boxer Sugar Shane Mosley, his lady up and just left him. He ain't boxing no more. Matter of fact, she took millions of dollars of his money, and he hurt right now from what they saying, allegedly. You see what I'm saying? So, that's what comes with the territory. B-Dub, what's your thoughts about everything that's going on with Shaunie Oneal saying she don't love SHAQ, brother?
First and foremost, what's going on, gentlemen? How y'all
What's
doing?
up, B-Dub?
What up, B-Dub?
Already.
Listen, this ain't nothing new. Shaunie knew what it was. SHAQ knew what it was. We all knew what it was, right?
Yeah.
And I ain't even mad at it because I feel like SHAQ, everybody wanna, as men, the goal is to, settle down and start a family with one woman. And he was able to, allegedly he might have another kid, but initially he was able to do that. He found somebody that he cared enough about to settle down with and create his legacy with, including her previous child. And SHAQ was out there doing what SHAQ do. And I think she knew and he knew, because the fact that she literally was stashing away, slowly but surely stashing away, what was it, $2.5 million? That right there would tell you that there's no love in that relationship, because especially SHAQ being the kind of guy he is. Like you can say whatever you want about him, good or bad, however you might feel. SHAQ has always shown us we have no reason to not believe that he's an honorable man when it comes to taking care of his family, because everything he's said and done has shown us that. So until we see otherwise, we should believe that. Right. So there's no reason for her to think that he wouldn't take care of her, if they separated, and make sure the kids are good. So it really was no reason for her to squirrel that money away, stash that money away. But that's just more proof of what it was. Like, so, I ain't gonna come at her or get on or whatever, because I feel like SHAQ was a willing participant.
Yeah, but
just like G-Man said, to G-Man's point, SHAQ, a lot of women like big guys, but I don't think there are too many women out there that like guys that big. And SHAQ ain't no what you call it, he ain't no male model. Like Jay-Z said, I'm a billionaire, I'm cute. The money makes me cute. Man. So the money makes SHAQ, right? And not only just the money, the what comes on with his name and his status in the league and in the world. He's SHAQ. So, he's gonna get women regardless. And I'm not saying all of them are there for the money or for the fame, but we know that we could reasonably estimate that more than half of them are. So, I mean, it is what it is. I don't really have a good or bad opinion about it. I just think it don't surprise me. I'll just say that it didn't surprise me when I heard it.
Man, BWG, man, she saw SHAQ coming, because everybody knows SHAQ is being big, goofy, just he love his, he got a sense of humor. He's almost like, like SHAQ is the cool uncle, man. You know what I mean? And he don't. And like SHAQ, he tell jokes and he laugh aloud, and he just a big clumsy goof. I mean, I ain't gonna say clumsy with him, man, but he's a silly and jokester kind of guy. She saw him coming a mile away, man. She was like, you know what? I can take this young fella, this young boy here, and I can send him. I can ring him up for everything he got. So she saw him coming, man. You know, yeah, he might be big and got his man body and all that or whatever, man. But she saw that dude coming a mile away, so
Yeah,
that's
but
why she
I
to get over on him, huh?
I think the difference is though, like some of these younger guys, like the dude with Drea Michelle and some of these other chicks, I think Shaq was more aware and understood what it was. I
Yeah,
think some of these younger guys now are really unfortunately getting caught in the web of these older women who have passed their prime. They're in the sexual marketplace. Their sexual marketplace value has declined, but they still carry enough of a name, and they still look good enough to where these younger guys don't really know no better. They looking at the name. They say, "Oh man, I can hit that. I can hit that." And these women is getting these babies by them, and now you stuck.
yeah,
So
yeah.
they better start doing like Drake and putting the Tabasco sauce in the condom.
All right, you guys. So now that being said, let's go ahead and start the show.
Let's talk about it. I wanna talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Corsicana, Texas. What's up, Dallas Fort Worth? What's up, Houston, Texas? Welcome back to another episode of the Burning Coals Podcast. We are your show hosts. I go by the name Miss Know Our Reaction. And right there next to me, right up under the logo, he's the big fella. He goes by the name of Bougie, Weirdo, Give It Up for B-Dub. And right up on the B-Dub, he's the man, the myth, the legend. He's the one and only gentleman, Jamal G-Man, Give It Up. And last but not least, she's the first lady of Burning Coals Podcast. She goes by the one and only, the beautiful, the talented, Miss Educated Queen, EQ. Give it up. So we are the Burning Coals Podcast. Here's what we have: fire interviews, hot topics, burning questions, serious conversations, and we say what needs to be said on this show. Welcome in on another Tuesday, and we say thank you guys for tuning in on another Tuesday, and please forgive us for last Tuesday because we had some other things going on, but we are here right now. So we want to say thank you guys for tuning in, and make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and things like that. Okay, all right. So that being said, G-Man, B-Dub, how you guys doing on another? Oh, hold on. Before I get to that, I forgot. I got to go to the comment section. All right. So we do have a comment section, and right now it's popping. Right now, we want to say hello to Miss Leonosha Saringer. We also have Ray Robinson. We want to say thank you for tuning in as well. So we appreciate the love and support. Okay, but before we got to lay down the ground rules here now. So if you want to come in on the show, you can definitely put your comment in, and we definitely put it on the show, and we will read it if we can get to it. Now, if you want to come on to the show, we have two streaming platforms at the top here. We have a Facebook platform, and we also have a YouTube platform. You just click one of those at the top. We'll bring you in. We put you backstage, fire off your questions. You got some concerns, some comments. You want to give us a shout out. You want to tell BW you like his Texans gear over there. Anything like that, man, you can definitely do that, and we will definitely welcome it. All right. So now that the smoke is clear and the dust is settled, we got all it out there. Let's have a good show, man. G-Man, B-Dub, what's up with it, y'all? We on another Tuesday one. Yes, sir.
Hey, first of all,
yeah,
tell Jerry to chill. He missed his opportunity. I just seen something pop up talking about Jerry trying to inquire about Damian Pierce. No, y'all brought back Zeke, which Zeke's looking good. He can trim some weight. He look like he ready to get back at it and be his old self. Just chill and stick with Zeke. Damian Pierce is fine where he at, so don't inquire. No need to inquire. We good over here.
G-Man, what's your thoughts about that, brother? We gonna see. You know, Texans get to talk their stuff though, man, because they had a pretty good season, man.
Texas doing their thing, man. Y'all, man. Y'all made a lot of great moves, man. Y'all gonna do some damage this year, man. I wish y'all the best. You know what I'm saying? It's all love over here, you know.
Right.
Yep. Texas Bowl, we got to make it happen, man. We got to make the Texas Super Bowl happen.
Right. Yep. Hey, the shells. Yep, that'll work. So I guess we're gonna get ready to start the show, you all. B-Dub, what we talking about today, brother?
Oh man, we got a lot to talk about. A lot been going on. We missed last week. We got, speaking of Shaunie Oneal, her new boo, Pastor Keion, controlling the congregation. We're just gonna say it like that.
Yeah.
We got a young man, friends. They say, how does it go with friends? With friends like this who need enemies.
Right. Yep.
We got a teacher who was having playtime, hairdresser time with some of his students, causing a little bit of controversy. And we got a baby mama that can't let go of her deceased baby daddy. Is it appropriate what she did? And is it appropriate what her new boyfriend did about it? We're going to talk about all of that.
He ain't lying.
Let's get it on then.
All right. So first up, since we just got to talk about Shaunie, we're going to talk about her man, Pastor Keion, down here in Houston. This is so during a service, obviously, a churchgoer was really feeling the spirit, and Pastor Keion was not feeling her. So let's take a look at that.
Let's take a look at it.
I live my Hey. Stop her. Hush, hush. Silence in the name of Jesus. I lift my hands into the only voice I want heard is his. Oh, praise.
G-Man. Hey, did you see the look on his face when he walked away? Like he was aggravated. That woman really got up under his skin when she did that, man. Do you guys think that he was wrong? Yes or no? What's your guys' thoughts about that with Keion hushing that woman? B-Dub, what's your thoughts, man?
So listen, we know, and I wish EQ was here because she could really put her stamp on it. She's the sanctified one in the group. People be doing too much in church. Like people get tired of it. And I know he only saying what everybody else was feeling. Now, could he have done it in a different way? Sure.
Nope.
He could have. No, but hold on. He could have just said, all right. You know how pastors do sometimes. Yes. All right, sister. We know he feeling it, but let's listen to him or whatever.
He snapped his fingers. He snapped his fingers.
I'm not mad at it. He could have did it with a little more tact, but I ain't even mad at it because, like I said, church people be doing the most sometimes. Like, and she seemed like she was doing the most. That wasn't no Holy Spirit. That was her doing the most, trying to have her moment.
Yep.
And he shut that down.
Yep, he sure did. And B-Dub, and because here's the thing though, because if she was really feeling like she was really feeling the B-Dub, ain't nowhere she wouldn't even heard him snapping his finger like that or whatever, man. She would not have cut it down like she did or whatever. So she knew exactly what she doing. I don't have no problem with him telling her to be quiet and hush up at all, because like you said, B-Dub, there were some people that was there that, probably. What about the people on the side of her? They probably were thinking the same thing. Like, somebody tell her to be quiet, man. I can't sit there and meditate. She was, and she was getting louder and louder. But I can't sit here and meditate and do what I need to do because this woman on the side here, she's all loud and everything like that, man. So yeah, I don't blame him from doing it. It's hilarious and funny. And you hate that he had to step out and do that, but man, you gotta get the church up under control like that, man. You just can't let that happen, brother. G-Man, what's your thoughts, brother?
Hey, listen. He could have. I agree with B. He could have did it a different way. That's all I'm saying. You don't tell anybody growing a hush, snapping your finger. Like, come on.
Okay.
And it's just a way of doing it, right? She was extra, but some people when they feel the spirit, they react in different ways sometimes, right? Sometimes the congregation, they can do too much, yes, but there are more tactful ways that could have been handled, in my opinion. That's all I'm gonna say. Where it wouldn't have been a country, because this happens every Sunday, right? That happens all the time.
Yeah.
It's the method in which he responded to it is what caused all the kind of controversy. And by the way, I didn't know that was Shaunie's boo. I didn't know that was him. But anyway, all this hush and maybe that he could have did a different way. I ain't gonna say whether he was right, wrong, or whatever, because you do have to get the church in some kind of order and all this thing. That's his job to kind of control and move the flock, kind of say. But come on, man, if that was your sister, your mama, your girl, he snapping, hush, hush, you wouldn't you wouldn't take it as lightly as you are now. It's like, yeah, I get it, but have a little tact with it, though.
He said in the name of Jesus. So yeah. But maybe.
Hey, okay. He came in the name of Jesus when they lining his pockets and smashing the wives and all the other stuff in the name of Jesus.
when they in the bedroom saying Jesus, oh Jesus, huh? Man, say, man, y'all wrong for that, boy. But no, like I said, when he walked away and he still had that, like he was irritated. He had that look on his face, whatever, man. Like, come on, like, okay, you've already corrected her. Okay, like straighten yourself up before you turn around, walk away, instead of saying. He had the look on his face, and then he was like, "I want to hear. The only person I want to hear voice is the spirit or something like that. That's the only voice I want." He said something like that or whatever. But the way he just did that part of it, I'm like, okay, I can, that right there can definitely, somebody might react wrong on that. You know what I mean? But as far as like him telling the woman to, to hush, I ain't got no problem with that. And snapping the fingers, okay, I can see what you're saying with that too, G, man. Snapping the fingers.
Hush.
Yeah, hush. Yeah, you don't do no grown folks like that.
Oh, ain't no child over here.
But when somebody doing the most like that though, G, man, like you gotta do the most too, man.
Well, this is where
most, G, man.
This is where if everybody in the church was properly trained. See, I come from an old era where the ushers would have handled that on their own. Immediately on their own.
Yeah.
I come from an era where the ushers, the old church lady with the nurse shoes come and give me your candy out your mouth and your gun out your mouth and cover the lady's legs up if they was wearing shirts, skirt, dresses too short. They would have went over there and handled that without them having to do it that way in a more quiet, more tactful manner. That's all I'm saying. And you got to think, she was on the stage, so she was part of the show. Mm-hmm. Maybe show was not the right word, but y'all know what I'm saying. She's part of the parade, whatever the team, the worship.
You said it right. Part of the show.
That was a pun. That was a play on words. She was a part of it, so you would think somebody who was part of it would kind of already know, what the pastor kind of. What he likes and doesn't like at this point of the show, of the sermon. Yeah. So when he didn't, I was like, it wasn't like it was just she could have been a first time visitor to the church and didn't know that's how, because if you go to a church long enough, you know what the pastor kind of turns, he doesn't likes, doesn't like, all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But maybe, but the fact that she was up on the stage would have been part of the show. She should have known better. Number one. Number two, the staff should have handled that. Number three, is he wrong for trying to get everybody in order and all that? No, but it could have been handled a different way. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Okay. You in the audience, guys in the comment section, what you guys thoughts about it? You guys think that Pastor Keion Henderson, you guys think he was wrong for hushing that woman up? We definitely want to hear your thoughts and opinions about it. And in the comment section, so tell us what you guys think about it. And if you want to come on to the show, definitely make sure you come on and let us know what your thoughts and opinions about it is. All right. What we got, B-Dub? What's the next subject?
All right, so this one a little more deeper. We're gonna have to really dig into this. So there's a teacher who allowed some of his female students, middle school teacher, allowed some of his female students to take down his braids, and he live streamed it. And the comment section got real divided. So he came back and he reposted the video and did a voiceover to kind of explain why he did what he did and his thoughts about it. So we're gonna take a look at it and we'll talk about it.
All right.
Go ahead and stir the pot a little, shall we? Last Friday, 10 minutes before dismissal time, I decided to live stream my students helping me take my hair out. There was quite the discourse in the chat, which had people saying this was inappropriate and other people saying this was completely fine. There was nothing wrong with what I was doing and people were just making it weird. So of course I had to bring this issue to the big stage. For a little context, I had a hair appointment immediately after school and I needed my hair taken out beforehand. I didn't have the time to do it all myself because it would have taken me forever. So naturally I asked about 4 or 5 of my over 100 best friends to assist me in taking my hair out and they all agreed. Number 2, this was at the end of class. This week we were doing STEM fair presentations. Since it was Friday and all of my students did an excellent job on their STEM fair projects and presentations, I told them if we get one solid presentation in this class, I'll end class a little early and they can have fun and play basketball, darts, or be on their phones or whatever. And during that time, my team would help me take my hair out. My next point I'd like to make is if I was a female teacher, those people wouldn't be in the comments saying, oh, this is weird, this is inappropriate. Because me personally, I don't think there's anything weird about this. People are saying, oh, that's too intimate. To me, it's literally just hair. It doesn't have to be weird. Some people have never had cool teachers, and it shows. I personally believe that building authentic relationships with students is paramount in being an effective teacher. I make sure my students know and can feel that I care about them beyond the schoolwork and all the stuff that I have to make them do. I take the time to get to know my students outside of academics because caring for the whole child is what's important. Some of these students have been with me since I was a substitute 4 years ago. They see me as a big brother or a father figure, as some of them say. And me, I don't want kids of my own, so all of these kids are literally my children. And in case you're wondering about their parents, most of them follow me on social media and always talk about my videos with their kids. They always tell me that they're so grateful that their kids have someone like me in their life. In my admin, they're well aware of my social media presence and they love my videos. To me, this is just another wholesome moment that I'm having with my kids that I was fortunate enough to catch on film.
Man,
real quick too.
Yeah.
So there was another part of that video, but for whatever reason it didn't record properly. So he got terminated. So some people after the live stream, obviously social media, the internet did what they do, and they put a lot of pressure on the school district, and they ended up letting him go. And he was reading some of the text messages, and he was crying, and he was upset that he lost his job, and he was reading one of the text messages from one of the little girls saying, "Hey, bestie, we miss you. We hate that this happened. It shouldn't have happened." Da 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 da. So he also. And what she said in the video, he believes in having a relationship with the kids inside and outside. And according to him, the parents are fully aware of it to the point where they have phone numbers. Like these kids have his phone number and reach out to him personally. As I said in one of the examples, one of the girls reached out and was expressing their sadness that he got terminated and calling him bestie, which that of course created a whole new uproar and a whole new discourse about this whole entire situation. But what y'all think about it?
He the new Freddy Krueger. I'm gonna tell you this is what's gonna happen. The teachers and the parents, they're gonna get him cornered somewhere and they're gonna accidentally do something to him. He gonna come and hunt their ass in their nightmare. That's exactly what's gonna happen. And he gonna go after the whole town and go after the kids in their nightmares where they're having dreams and things like that, whatever. That's what he gonna do. He gonna go out there, he gonna get his revenge back that way because y'all done took he said they all his children. So you done took all this man's children away from him, and now he's pissed off, so he gonna get revenge, and he he probably live on Elm Street too while we talking about it. That's probably but no, let me be honest with you. But no, for real, seriously though, something's not right about this dude here, to be honest with you, because not only did I see that video, but I also seen the video that he had these kids paint his nails and things like that or whatever too. So this guy, he reminds me like maybe he grew up around a whole lot of women, and they put him in his lap, put him in their lap, and they do his hair, and they just pamper this guy. Like, I mean, they just he let people play in his head and do what they need to do to
So you're not wrong. Thank you for mentioning that. I forgot to throw that in there too. Also, in part of his response video, he did mention that he grew up. I want to say 5 sisters.
Yeah.
Like he grew up with sisters. Like I think he's the only boy, and he grew up with sisters. So you are absolutely correct. He said that he's worn a wig, he's had his nail, he's done all that before, with his sisters. So it's in his mind, he doesn't see anything wrong with it. He doesn't see a problem with it.
Yeah, but that's in his world or whatever, man. But seeing it in the, when people look at that, whatever, it's inappropriate. You can't sit there and allow people to at the workplace to play in your head and to paint your nails and have a type of connection with the kids like that or whatever, man. You can find other ways to have connection with the kids, but not in that type of fashion, man, because then it can come off as being, and then these kids got your name in their mouth, you sending them text messages and all that stuff like that, whatever, man. That's too much. You will open yourself up to somebody or some accusations or things like that, to come against you when you start doing things like that or whatever, man. And I don't think he understand that, because we live in a cruel world, man. And that's a possibility. He may not be doing up with these kids and things like that of that nature. But when you start, seeing him having these, after school, like he said, and he talking with him after school, and he got all these friends, but he befriending these children. Nah, man, that ain't gonna get it with some, with some adults. They don't look at things that from his view and from his lens and how he looking at everything. They don't look at it like that way. G-Man, what's your thoughts about it?
Well, obviously, it's unprofessional at the very least.
It is.
You're a teacher, and okay, yeah, you want to reach kids and understand them on a different level. That's all fine, but having all females sitting up there playing in your head, and I heard they call him like Young Quavo or something else. It's like some whole other stuff. It's not just that. And I ain't know anything about him doing the nails and all that. I always have a question: where are the fathers at? That's always my first question. Where are the fathers at of these girls playing in this man's head? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you, as a father of daughters, right? I'm putting hands and feet. And he can think, well, I grew up in a house full of women. I did too. That don't give you no right to step outside of your lines, the lines of a student-teacher relationship, because you got a hair appointment right after. How about you make the appointment another day?
There you go.
How about you just dismiss class early? How about you? There's other things you could have done and try to justify letting these young girls, play in your head.
Right.
So, it's just it's unprofessional. At the very least, you there to teach, and you send them home.
Right.
You sitting there getting all these. You come on, and it is a different level of intimacy when you allow students that level of access to your personal space. They ain't supposed to be that close to you, right?
Right.
You don't come around this. You don't need to be on the other side of this desk. Maybe I'm cool with. Okay, how did some teachers, and they had the videos where each student had their own personal handshake, and maybe you hug them on their way out. That's fine. But for them to sit there and take down your head and plan in your head it's the optics of it is horrible.
It is
horrible. And you can say, well, if it was women doing women's, yeah, you will look at it different. Yes, because it is different. I wouldn't want any students to be. No student should be doing teachers' hair during school hours. That's just male or female. Let's be clear. But obviously, the optics are going to look different, right? If a female student was fixing a teacher's hair, they will look at it differently because it is differently. It's a double standard. Call it what you want. It doesn't look good. It's professional either way. It shouldn't have happened. And I was like I said, where are the fathers? Because I'm telling you now, if that was my child, well, first of all, would you? What would you think my child would say? My child wouldn't do that. Wouldn't even think about doing it, right?
Right.
But the off chance that it happened, I'm putting hands and feet on it, and they just have to deal with it.
Right.
Because the school district, all they can do is what they did. They let him go.
Yep. They know come on, man. People don't look at things the same. People don't look at things through the same lenses that you do. You know what I mean? Like I said, that might be normal in his household, but that's not normal to everybody. And then when he's sitting up there trying to justify, he got a rebuttal to everything or whatever on why he feels that this is the appropriate thing to do with this guy or whatever, man. If like what's that old saying? What's understood don't need to be explained. You know what I mean? But he doing a lot of explaining, so because nobody don't understand what this is all about. You know what I'm saying? So this guy, man.
But then again, maybe he likes what they like.
Ain't no telling. You might be right. You might be right. Whatever. He might like what they like. Ain't no telling. But now, man, you can't. Yeah, I think the school district did what they had to do and remove this guy from the school because, like you said, man, a lot of people don't. People. I think I saw on social media where everybody was kind of like in the middle about it. Some people said it's okay. Some people said they had no issue with it. But I think the school did the right thing by moving him out of that way. I mean, move him out of the school, and so that way they can't have this type of back and forth going on the private, because they're gonna definitely bring it up inside the school meetings about what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. They're gonna definitely bring that up. So I can definitely see the school board saying something about that.
Well, y'all already know my opinion when it comes to teachers and students. It all bothers me. The handshakes, the dancing, the making the TikTok videos. The goal, the job is to teach. And I know people like to say, well, you got to meet them at their level. No, you don't. That's a different thing for different situations for different people. That's for people who are addicts or somebody, adults or something. You're trying to reach them so that you can help be helpful in their life or whatever. Teaching is exactly what that is. You teach somebody else how to do something, how to act a certain way, how to whatever. You're supposed to be bringing the kids up to an adult level, not an adult going down to a kid's level. So I'm not with none of it. The dancing, the handshakes, the letting them make TikToks in class, I think is all crazy. And this guy, you can tell this guy is young and he's just out of touch, because any person with any amount of common sense would know what's going to happen. Like you could, bro, I don't care. And I say this as a person who is real big on helping the youth, and not just young boys, young women as well. But you have to know that there's a line that doesn't get crossed, whether your intentions are pure or not. It does not matter. At that point, it is irrelevant. But now he said something though, and if that's true, we got to look at that too, because according to him, the school district, his bosses or former bosses were well aware of the videos that he made, his TikTok presence, and the things that he do in class. So clearly they are okay with it. And the only reason they're not okay with it is because they got pressured by social media. Because if he's been doing things like this, and like you said, Mr. Know-it-all, with the nail painting and all that stuff, and nothing has happened, then that means they are complicit. And we need to take a look at that too. You understand what I'm saying? And the point of him having a relationship to where they're calling each other bestie, no. You are a grown effing man. Mm-hmm. These are middle school girls. These are not your besties. And again, I'm not going to assume any type of maliciousness or any type of whatever, because I don't know this guy like that. But even if that's not the case, even if you take that out of it, you are a grown man calling 12, 13-year-old girls your bestie.
Yep.
Like, on what planet do you think that that's okay?
Yep.
They shouldn't have his personal number and all that other way.
That's inappropriate
That's
at all.
inappropriate.
It's
You don't
inappropriate.
know what the heck they talking about.
Right.
You don't know what kind of court, what's going back and forth, and it just opens up so many doors. That's a liability for the district. It's just not that you don't send your kids to school for that kind of stuff.
Right.
No.
Right. Yep.
If it was a cosmetology class and he was like, okay, it's in context, maybe. There wasn't no cosmetology. It had nothing to do with nobody playing in his head like that. That just it was just a bad look. And to what B-Dub said, if he had done stuff like the nails and all this stuff, and it was posted the same way, and they did nothing, like you said, because of the backlash is why they now all of a sudden now we gotta, because they didn't want them board meetings to get tore up. But even if it was half and half, it was gonna be enough people upset enough to where they was gonna come in there and show out.
Right.
Now it's damage control, as what Ray said. There's an attempt to clean up. You know what I'm saying? Because if you really felt like what you did was right, no need to clean it up. You did what you did, bro.
Yeah.
And I think the guy's like 24, 27. He's super young.
Yeah, he's young guy.
Young.
He started out as substitute, and he just became a teacher last year, a full-time teacher last year.
Yep.
So,
I bet you those students that he's saying that his bestie, I bet their parents don't know. I bet their parents don't know that who this guy is until now. I bet you the parents don't know nothing about this guy.
Where are the fathers?
and they finna have problems now because this is what they used to. So now they finna bring in another teacher who they have to go 180. So they're gonna intentionally bring in a teacher who's very strict and straightforward. And these kids now could potentially, I'm not saying they are, but they could potentially have issues now because they used to it being a certain type of way. So it just, it's not a good situation all across the board.
Kids, no matter what. For one period now, so it ain't like how it used to be where you have one teacher in the whole grade. They probably just have them doing one period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This brother, he's just disconnected though. Be honest with you, that dude disconnected from what's going on with this whole situation. He just kind of seemed a little different. I don't want to call the brother. I don't want to say the brother. To name the brother, whatever, man. Name call the guy, whatever. But he just seemed disconnected, man. But yeah, there ain't nothing about what he's doing that's appropriate. And like I said, I don't care what type of damage control they try to do. This brother was wrong. He was wrong for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, Jimmy, what we got next, B-Dub?
You know what? I'm just gonna let him explain the situation himself.
Man, here we go. Let's go.
Now I want to ask y'all a question. Am I wrong? I just ended a 5-year relationship with this woman because she found out that her baby daddy got killed about 2 weeks ago. And she always told me how they was close. They good co-parents, and I ain't gonna lie, everything been straight. Never thought anything of it. But she just texted me today talking about she went to the tattoo place and got his name tatted and shit, talking about RIP him. What? Bitch, that shit over with. She got this nigga name tatted. She like, oh, but he's dead. That's my child's father. We had a good bond and I'm forever sad. And all this shit. I'm like, I don't give a fuck single. Obviously, your loyalty lied with that nigga. So.
Hey, she saw him coming to another SHAQ. She saw him coming. She's still messing with that man that she dealing with, that the baby daddy. But the baby daddy seemed like he don't really care, he don't really want her like that. But she still,
well,
She
the baby daddy
dead.
dead. He can't want her.
He's
before he lost his life, whatever, man, she was still messing with that brother, man, and she probably get money. I mean, he probably would get money from her and the whole nine or whatever. This brother need to take probably need to check his bank account and see if he got some money missing, because that just don't seem right to me at all or whatever, man. That she get her a name of her boy, a baby daddy, tatted on him. Y'all been in a relationship for 5 years? Nah, man, bro. He seemed like he was hurt, brother. Man, it seemed like he was hurt. Man, that dude was hurt.
I don't know. I'm kind of on the other side of that one. I think he might have did her a favor, because first of all, y'all know, like I know, we all men. when you really want to claim something, it ain't taking no 5 years to claim something. So the fact that it's been 5 years and he ain't went to jail yet, he ain't claiming her no way. So he's probably the one getting money off of her. And now I say this. The tat is extreme, but that's still the father of her children. And if he was a good father, I could understand it, but I wouldn't. So if I was in that situation, I would kind of look at it a little bit, kind of like a tat, really? Like you want to go that far? But you got to look at it like this too. What if she already had the dude named Tatty before they got together? He wouldn't be feeling like that. He wouldn't be telling her, oh, that's your ex. You need to go cover it up. You know, it already said property of Jesse on her stomach when you got with us. You wouldn't be tripping.
But that's different. But that's different though, B Dub. Like when that's different though. Like when you get with it, you know it's there. But like me, now we did get him 5 years, and you gonna do that? No, man.
It's different.
I hear you. I hear y'all, and I'm not necessarily disagreeing, but I think there's a level of insecurity there as well. Like, bro, like he dead, bro.
But still,
you that your confidence that low that you afraid of a dead guy? He ain't coming back. Even if he was hitting it, he ain't hitting it no more. He hitting the dirt now.
It's the principle of it. It's the principle of it. Like, you know, like you, my lady, you've been with me for 5 years.
That ain't his lady. It's been 5 years.
But that's how you look at it though. Like you've been with me 5 years
to claim it. If he liked it, he would have put a ring on it. Shout out to Beyonce.
Yeah.
After 5 years. If you would have said 2 years, okay. Because you know, any 3 years or less, I could give you some leeway. Anything past 3 years, he would have been put a ring on it if he really truly liked it. So that ain't his woman, no way. And he probably got other chicks, or she probably, that money she spent to get that tattoo is probably the money he normally loaf off of her. So he missed his loaf of the payment this week because she went and got the tattoo and now he mad.
G man, what's your thoughts, man? You think old buddy wrong? You think buddy wrong for that?
Listen, old boy's gone. His self-esteem is pretty low. Now I would say this: if I've been with you 5 years, why would you get it now? That means
baby daddy did.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Baby daddy did though.
Don't matter.
I agree.
It's a tribute.
No, we got the tribute. The tribute is getting kids I'm looking at every day that I'm feeding.
Yeah,
and having to say that's the tribute. I ain't got to look at it all over your body.
Yeah,
right. And if she had it, if she had a tattoo before we got together, and you accepted her, then that tattoo was there, right? It's another thing to get one after I've been with you 5 years of another guy. Is my name on? Did you get my name on you? Huh? I've been with you 5 years. There's a lot that goes into that. Personally, I mean, he's gone. He's no longer here. What did the tattoo say? Was it? That's a weird situation to be in. I think it was poor taste. I was like, whether it's on her skin or in her head or in her heart, she feels how she feels about it.
Yeah, but keep it in your head and on your heart. Don't put it on your body. I want to see that.
She thinking about him.
That's all right though. I can't read your thoughts with her, man. But I can see that on your body.
She is, when she accidentally call you his name while you in there. Yeah, when she call you his name. Yeah, when she call you his name, let's know it all.
Yeah. No, I won't see it on your body, man. Nah,
the ex was that important enough to where she says, I'm going to give a permanent tribute to him on my body. Hey, listen, listen to my thing. You that upset, don't get mad about it. Just say me. Maybe that's not your girl, just your turn, bro. It's not your girl. That's your turn. And your turn is up. The minute she started thinking about another man that deeply and intimately, it's time for me to move around. It's time for me to move around.
Yeah, I got to move around too.
Y'all definitely could be right because we've seen what happens when a person can't let go of a dead guy. We've seen that with the Smith family. What happens when you don't let go of your first dead love? But listen. So the tattoo part, we in total agreement with. I do think the tattoo was a bit much. However, I think at this point, I don't think neither one of them belongs to neither one of them. Miss Know-It-All, you could be right. Baby daddy probably was still clapping, possibly. Yeah. But at the same time, old buddy ain't trying to put his stamp on it either. So they really. But
you don't know. You don't know if them two got kids together because it's the thing. Just because the baby daddy may have not put no ring on it neither, B-Dub. You just know that they got kids together. You don't know if the current guy got kids together.
Hey, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Either one of them probably never put a ring on their hand. Right? So you can't knock him because he didn't put a ring on it. Maybe the guy that she got kids with didn't put a ring on it neither.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't know. You could be right. But either way,
if I were a bet man, I would bet that the one that she got that tattoo, they were not married. If I was a bet man,
I wouldn't even doubt it. But that's still her baby daddy. It's a different type,
they may be both baby daddy.
Connection.
They've been together 5 years. They may got a kid together too.
Maybe.
Possibly. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I don't know, but I feel like to me it seemed like I don't know. I just think it's an insecurity thing.
Oh, it's definitely insecurity there. Yeah, for sure. You
know, that's a conversation.
How can it be insecure? Like I don't see nothing wrong with the guy saying, "Hey, man, it's over with because you got your baby daddy, deceased baby daddy name tatted on you." I don't see nothing wrong with that.
She call you and say, "Hey, you know, my baby daddy died, and I think I'm at the tattoo place." Because she was there. He said she was there. So it may not have been inked in yet. You know, I'm at the tattoo place and this is what I'm about to do. You know, I've been like, wait, hold on. That's crazy. Like, I get it, but chill out. Go home. When I get out work, we'll talk about it. And we can figure out some kind of normal way for you to show tribute to your baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like
I guarantee
there you go, Ray, like a headstone or something. We can figure that out.
I guarantee you this: a woman, if the roles were reversed, if that man was his baby mama died and want to put his baby mama name on him like that, whatever, I bet that woman wouldn't. I bet that woman raised hell about it. I can guarantee you that. I don't know. Women
will raise hell about Teddy like that. She probably like, I'm giving that bitch dead.
G-man, no, for real. If
women,
let you have the same energy and say, hey, my baby mama dead, and I'm gonna get her name tatted on me while you're in a relationship with a woman for 4, 5, however long years you're gonna be in a relationship with her. Man, you ain't gonna she gonna put you right. It's over with. Right there on the spot, it's over with. Ain't no one finna put up with nothing like that. It ain't gonna happen. Am I right, G-Man?
But that doesn't change the fact of insecurity. That just means she insecure. Like I just
y'all are both right. That's y'all both right. There is a level of insecurity that goes into it because why would you, in theory, Miss Know-It-All, why would you even trip about her tattooing a guy that she can no longer even look at, talk to, or physically have? She might as well got Batman or Superman tattooed, right?
Right.
She can never see him touching, tasting, anything, right? There's no way possible. Now, if you still living alive, yes. So there's a level of insecurity. But to Mr. Know-It-All's point, I still got a right to be like, I ain't gonna put up with it, and I'm gonna be out the door.
Right.
So y'all both are correct.
But that'll make me insecure because I say I don't want to put up with that. Nah, I don't want to deal with you on that or whatever. You got that band tatted on you like that.
Listen, so she doesn't tat it, Miss Know-It-All. She doesn't tat it, but obviously she still feels it. It's in her head, it's in her heart. She's with you every day. And all you saying, as long as she don't get it tatted, it's fine. But she still is clearly she feels a way about it. So in your head, well, just don't tat it and I'll stay. But if you tat it, I'll go. She still feels the way she feels. And that in the long run, I can't feel.
Yeah, but I can't feel what she feels. I can't read her mind. I can't read her heart neither.
If you talk to her, you'll know. Because I'm sure y'all have to have a conversation. Now, she could not, reveal that. She may not open up about that part, but obviously it's in her head and her heart for her to do it. Now
Yeah.
I wouldn't put up with
mind
it.
you, we got to remember.
I'll leave. I'll be gone, but I'm not gonna.
I'm out of there.
Yeah,
I'm
gone.
But remember,
Yeah,
guys, we got to remember this just happened 2 weeks ago. So she's emotional. Like, come on, like, listen. If God forbid, if the mother of your child passed away, you're not gonna be in your right state of mind 2 weeks post mortem. Like she's feeling a type of way, and we don't know. She might have had no contact with the baby daddy. She could be feeling guilty. Maybe he was a good person, and she was one of them type of women that was playing them games or whatever, and she feel guilty about it because now he gone. I don't know. Or maybe they were still smashing. Maybe they were still. There's so many possibilities. But what I'm saying is, no matter what it is, 2 weeks post death, and if it was a tragic death, I could understand her not being in the right frame of mind, and people grieve differently, and sometimes people do crazy stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like when she made the phone call, at least she made the phone call. That would have been the time to be like, wait, hold on, babe, relax. Let's talk about this. And
you
now
done made that phone call. You done made up your mind.
no joke. Yep.
Yeah, but I think, and listen, and let me say again, his decision is his decision. I'm not tripping on his decision. I just think he made the decision irrationally, and I don't think he really was. I think he was out of that relationship anyway, and this probably was just an excuse because the way he presented it, it looked like he was trying to get people on his side.
Go up one comment.
What?
Oh, well, he might well leave in. If he ain't fixing my plate, I'm definitely out of there. It's over. That done solidified it.
Done with it.
Yeah,
but you know what? I hope you know with the brother.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, well, I hope everything work out with the brother, man. You know, if he decides to leave that relationship or stay in, I hope everything worked out for him. You know, that's kind of a bad spot to be in, especially he don't went to social media with it. And you know, social media always win when it comes to situations like that. So
I hope in his next relationship he put a stamp on it. I'm just telling you, if he would have put his stamp on that relationship, if he would have put it down in the bedroom the way he's supposed to,
that ring don't stop nothing, brother.
She would have moved on from the baby daddy already.
That ring ain't gonna stop nothing,
she would have
man.
moved on already.
That ring don't stop. That ring does not stop nothing.
No, I ain't talking about the ring. I'm talking about in the bedroom. I'm talking about mental, emotional support, financial. Like if he
don't matter,
if he came, listen,
it don't matter because that smooth talking ex and slid right up in there.
Ring or no ring, he had 5 years to put his stamp on that relationship. As
she
I am your man.
Did something to keep
I got you, and you got me. And then she would have already moved on from the baby daddy. The fact that she's still that attached to him to do that after he done passed away, that means he ain't put his stamp on that relationship.
Mm-hmm. Miss Lee, Miss Lenisha.
She's with him for 5 years. You know, to me, outside looking in, I don't know all the details. I would say they've messed around in that 5 years. Him, the ex, have had some kind of contact in those 5 years for her to even revere him that way. You got to think, most women who have exes like that, especially that hadn't been together in 5 years, technically, most of the time they don't even like him. They talk about him like a dog. They dang sure ain't thinking about putting no tattoo on him 5 years post the relationship.
Facts.
So to me, I'd be like, they must have had something going on. If y'all hadn't, supposedly, because we've been together 5 years, that means you couldn't have been with him for at least 5 years.
Right.
So for her to be doing all this 5 years post y'all relationship, yeah, it was something else going on.
Something going on. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not even disagreeing. I think what you're saying is 100% correct. But what I'm saying is, if he would have did his thing the way he was supposed to and established himself as a man in that relationship, she would have moved on.
Hey,
like I don't think he wasn't doing enough.
It's just like trying to follow Gentleman Jamal. You just can't do it, baby.
I'm a hard act to follow, huh?
I'm a hard act to follow, B-Dub. 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20.
Yeah, I'm the kings of comedy. I'm the Bernie Mac. Y'all, yeah, you can follow behind me.
Hey, you might well go on and come join me because you ain't gonna find nothing better.
Yeah.
You got 5 years. You can have 55 more years and you ain't getting that no.
Yeah. And we got some comments in the comment section. So she said, Ray Roberts said, what if he died in jail and she was with the new dude to take care of her until he came home? Dang, it's a whole bunch. Yeah.
Hey, that happens. That happens.
Yep.
That's an excellent question.
Yep.
Read my subtitle.
And then Miss Lanisha Saringer, she said, these days people don't believe in marriage, so it doesn't matter.
Marriage ain't gonna stop that.
No, it don't. No, not at all. No.
Marriage or no marriage. That don't stop that type of foolishness.
Yeah.
That's the type of chick. First of all, you meet these chicks that man, come on. I don't know not many really professional class women
would do something like that.
5 years doing all that kind of stuff like that anyway.
Nope.
You know,
Wouldn't do that.
That just don't
I don't see it happening. Yep. I don't see it happening. Right.
But anyway, let's go on.
What we got next, B-Dub? Final one.
All right. So when hanging with your white friends goes wrong. This was a case that almost became very tragic, and honestly, it's still a possibility, but so far it's looking like he's gonna be okay. So let's go to the news, KSLA, for the news report.
Described by many as a miracle. We gave you the first alert on 26-year-old Chris Gilbert, who was allegedly pushed into a lake by one of his friends. According to family, Chris was submerged underwater for more than 10 minutes. Thankfully, he survived. And after spending more than 2 weeks on life support, Chris's mother says tonight he is officially off life support. As you can see, he looks to be in much better shape. Tonight, he is still in the hospital, but families say he is doing much better. The incident happened a little more than 2 weeks ago in Farmerville, Louisiana. Chris was hanging out with friends at a lakefront restaurant when one of his friends allegedly pushed him into the water. This left Chris with major brain damage, and he was on life support, but according to family, his health is improving. And although it has been significant improvement in his health, his family is still searching for justice and answers.
In the days of recovery, with him progressing, it's still a struggle. It's still a battle because we don't know day for day what to expect. And I just want his quality of life to be restored. I don't want my son to have to suffer from something that was not his fault totally.
It's one black kid and a group of white kids that's his friends. And one of them pushed him into the water. But nothing is happening as far as justice in Chris' situation.
Well, right now, there's no exact timeline on when Chris will be released from the hospital, but his family says it could be very soon. Community activists say they plan to continue fighting until Chris receives justice, including taking a trip to Union Parish to speak with law enforcement in the coming weeks.
And also, just to add in there too, it was a female. It was confirmed that he was with a group of friends, and it was a white female friend who pushed him in the lake. Now, we don't know if it's the young lady that was in the picture, but it was a white female who pushed him in the lake, apparently, allegedly, as a joke or whatever. And some of the friends are saying they thought he could swim. His mother says differently. She says he talked openly about not being able to swim. Everybody knew he couldn't swim. And so that's where we are. Chris also received his master's degree. I don't know if they mentioned that in the news story. And he was on his way to being a doctor, studying to be a doctor. So prayers to that young brother. Hope he fully recovers, because even though he's out of a coma, he ain't out of it yet. So, prayers to him, and hopefully he make a full recovery. But that's what we got going on. What y'all think about it?
Man, this guy here, he reminds me of the black guy that's trying to fit in with a group of people. To me, he, for them to do this to this guy, whatever, man, this guy has been the butt of the jokes. And, he's probably one of those type of guys that, whenever whenever he's a butt of these jokes, whatever, he kind of like, he just kind of go with the crowd. And they know they can do this to this guy, whatever, because he's been the butt of their jokes for the longest, whatever. But he's just trying to do what he need to do to fit in with these people, because he really you know, in his mind that he really wants to be friends with these people, whatever. But at the end of the day, they really don't have his best interest at heart. But he's a little kick toy. That's how it is. He's their kick toy. Whenever they want to, you know, kick around somebody, whatever, put somebody down, belittle them or whatever, they come at this dude and he openly let them treat him that way, whatever, because in his mind he's trying to fit in with the crowd, you know, not knowing that they really not his friends. Not knowing that they really don't care nothing about him, not knowing that whatever, it don't matter what he do to try to, you know, make these kids that he put on his pedestal. I can say put on pedestal, but you know, that he's trying to fit in with. It ain't nothing that he can do for them to actually take a liking to him. So, you know, it's just one of them situations. It's real bad that this happened to this kid or whatever, man. But hopefully, you know, this whole thing that transpired, whatever, hopefully he look at who he, you know, who he hanging around with and just have some more get up and go about yourself. You know what I'm saying? And think more highly of yourself instead of just being, you know, trying to be accepted by anybody that, you know, or anybody, you know, especially some people don't have it in or they really don't like you at all. You know, I just think, you know, that's just my opinion about it. You know, this guy was just trying to
what
fit
else
in.
you want him to do? He got well. First of all, they're not kids. Let's stop calling them kids.
Yeah, he's adult. Yeah.
He got a master's degree and was going to be a doctor. What else you want him to do?
Right. But still, even though you can have all that, you still can have some type of insecurities that's going on.
Oh, facts. Yeah,
sure. Yeah. You know, he might have some insecurities going on.
You talking book sense?
Yeah.
There's no common sense there. And I heard this story also. The Breakfast Club also featured it, and they said that the girl because at first they tried to lie and say he fell in. Then the girl went and admitted that and they all knew that he couldn't swim, so they pushed him in, knowing he couldn't swim. Then he's in the coma. He comes out and he's caping for him, talking about it wasn't nothing racial.
Right, he did.
All this old stuff, right?
Yeah.
Talking about, well, we didn't know the water was that deep. Well, we did. You knew you couldn't swim. They know you couldn't swim. So they push you into this thing. I mean, what do you think was going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
All the people there, you the only black in the group full of non-blacks, and you don't want to get pushed in. They all know you can't swim. And more importantly, nobody in your group tries to save you.
Because he's the butt of the jokes,
Right.
G-Man.
A complete stranger had to come in and pull you out and use using that long enough, 10 minutes or so, to where you was brain dead. And then when you come out, you so brainwashed that your first thought is forgive him. I don't got no sympathy for him. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, sorry, not sorry. Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna go that far. I'm not as malicious as y'all. I do hope he recovers and he's okay.
He's fine. You see him up, thumbing up. He caping for him. He going to bat for him. He fine.
I bet the community activists, you know, the community activists, you know, they pissed. They real pissed. Like, why are you? We sit up here, you know, we got balls to the wall, and we trying to get some justice for you. And here you are, you know, saying that everything is fine, ain't nothing happened, and this and that, so on and so forth. Well, we pissed off. You ain't pissed off. We trying to get justice for you because we know what was going on.
What else is he gonna say? You know what I mean?
Could have said what happened.
Yeah.
What happened?
But maybe it wasn't what we think it is. Maybe that's why he's not saying nothing. I'm just saying, listen, I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Well, then you don't say nothing and you let everybody that's already stumping and beating the walls for you, let them continue to do that. But
I'm telling you, this guy's trying to fit in. I'm telling you, man, this guy's trying to fit in with these people, man.
He was at death's door and he still's like, don't do my white folk. See, that's even attitude, even the brinks of death did not deter him.
Right.
That's
right. My biggest thing is this. Y'all know me. I feel like everything is not racial. I think we be too quick to jump that racial gun, but in certain situations, you have to follow logic, right? So G-Man made a very important point. Let's say for shits and giggles, just friend stuff, they equal. Nobody looks at him in a different type of way just because he's black. Everybody cool. I'm gonna push you in the lake knowing you can't swim. He was in there for 10 minutes. If you're gonna do that, okay, you pushing me in, you let him panic for about 10 or 15 seconds. All right, let's jump in, let's get him out. Nobody did that. So now you have to start looking at it differently. Like, okay, what's really going on? See what I'm saying? So I'm not I don't know, because I don't know the facts. I wasn't there. But I can say it does look a certain type of way that none of his quote unquote friends went in immediately to try to help him, knowing he couldn't swim. So that makes you look at it a different type of way. Huh?
They didn't go in at all. You talking about immediately? They didn't go in at all.
So you know,
let's take race out of it, because I ain't put up, but don't even put race in it. At the very least, they don't like you as a friend. You either don't like me,
that's why
or you don't want me as a friend. So that's
exactly where I was going with it. Clearly, they don't care about you.
They don't care about you, sir.
Whether it's because you black and we white, or it's just because we just don't really care about you like that. Regardless, it doesn't. Either way, these people are not your friends. And for that reason, I feel like they need to be brought to some type of justice. So I think the parents are 100% correct to try to push for some type of reprimand, some type of punishment, because
when he's sitting there caping for him, ain't gonna be no justice.
That's, to me, that's attempted murder.
No, it ain't. When the victim sitting there talking about, oh no,
yeah, they my friends. They my friends.
Yeah,
those are my friends.
They
but guess what? Let's change this. Let's change the dynamic. What if there was a bunch of black kids and pushed a white person inside that pool that couldn't? I mean, that lake that can't swim.
Well, first of all, white people can
murder.
Everybody,
it'd be mug shot center. Everybody charged.
Everybody in that ring.
Rico charges. It's game.
It's Rico. They gonna push it all, man. Rico charges. Everything, man. Yep, they gonna push it. G man. It just,
we can't complain about that, because we vote the judges and the sheriffs and all that stuff in. So if you vote people in that don't have your best interests at heart, I mean, what? Then what?
No, because this is the thing about black people traditionally. Typically, we know. I'm not going on no fishing trips, hunting trips, cabin trips with 30 other non-blacks, and I'm the only one there. Because we know historically the likelihood of something happening to me or what increase. That's just common sense. That's historically with us. You can take racial whatever out of it. When you the only one there, and it's never reversed. I ain't gonna say never, but hardly it's reverse. We go out harming people like that. It's always us somehow. Oh, hunting trips, he was shot. Fishing trips, oh, he fell off the boat. Oh,
DC drive.
Lady who was down in the front yard of that party when she was the only black woman there, and all. We can story of black people being harmed, being the only one there. Okay, and then you talk about the Botham Jean case, the Amber Geiger case. When what? The family come up hugging, and she would have definitely got a harsher sentence had they not come up begging for forgiveness and understanding all this other stuff, right? So they're not going to do nothing to them because he's saying it was everybody there is saying it was nothing. So they don't have any case, even though the family's like BS.
Yeah.
Right. He's in there talking about, oh, no, everybody's out of he says, I missed them. He says, I miss them. I can't wait to see them again.
Yep.
Right. This case,
it's over with.
It's
over. It's over. So the community leaders, they wasting their time. They're not going to, there's nothing that's going to happen out of it because the guy, see, the victim got to be the one to know they victimized. He don't know he's victimized. You see what I'm saying?
No victim, no case.
No victim, no case. That's just bottom line to it. So if he say it's all good, and here's the thing, if it does go to trial or whatever, they're going to have that on there saying, hey, this guy said we was okay. He was okay. There's nothing, no foul, no harm. It's nothing you can do about it. I don't give a damn.
They'll get him next time.
Say it again.
They'll get him next time.
Right. No joke. Because he's going to come back.
I'm going to do like he did next time. Well,
Yeah, I didn't see the Breakfast Club interview, so I didn't know that part that he actually had responded and said all that. That's kind of crazy, but
He did say
you
that.
know, either way, I think we can all agree for whatever the reason was, whether it's racial, whether it's not, those people don't care about that young man, and he needs to get the hell away from him ASAP.
Facts.
Right.
Facts.
Yeah, he definitely do, man. Man, but this been a good show, y'all, man. I so appreciate it, man. And everybody in the comment section, we thank you guys for tuning in and joining us as well for another episode. So appreciate that. We got some love as well. And we also got to say, EQ, we miss you on this episode. We know that you taking care of your business.
No, we don't.
We know you take care of your business, EQ. So we definitely see you on another episode, and we can't wait to have you back for another episode or whatever. So we appreciate the love and support. All right. So we're going ahead and we're gonna go ahead and finish out with our conclusions. G-Man and B-Dub, what you guys got?
As always, we missed last week.
Yep.
I really enjoy every week. So I hate that we didn't do last week, but we here today. And
Yes,
nobody
we do.
told you that they love you today. We do. And nothing you can do about it. It's all the mothers who had Mother's Day. We certainly appreciate you all. Thank you for all that you do for us.
Right.
There's no us without y'all. So we appreciate all the mothers.
Yes,
and
we do.
again, nobody told you they didn't love you today. We do it. Nothing you can do about it. We see y'all next one.
There you go. B-Dub, what you got, brother?
Oh yeah, happy Mother's Day to my wife. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And yeah, man, it was another good show. I missed you guys last week. Glad we was able to get back at it. Wish EQ was here. Happy Mother's Day, EQ. And whenever possible, do something today that your future self will thank you for.
And the Brandon Coles podcast today give you the bag moment is stay on your pivot, because when you're on your pivot, you'll definitely be able to spot what's going on around you. So that being said, now that you got the bag, what you're going to do with it? That being said, I'll go by the name of Mr. Note I React. We got Bougie Weirdo. We got G-Man. We got Educated Queen. Also, we say thank you guys again for tuning in for another episode of Brandon Coles podcast. We say happy Mother's Day to you ladies, and we thank you guys for tuning in every episode. Say we love you. Thank you.